Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am the Innkeeper today, playing some Stonehearth, Alpha 6, release 156, introducing some rather significant features. I would say, we've watched a few videos on this and it's finally come to us with some significant changes, including, significantly, building improvements. Then there's also a job system overhaul, other sort of mini improvements here and there, mostly involving the UI, and just small bug fixes here and there to just increase the stability of the game. Pretty fantastic when you're taking a quick look here. Merv right now making a lot of noise. That's very annoying. He always seems to do that. I did have a scenario set out for you, but unfortunately the game did crash on me. I did try to create a building against a cave, well, the side of the wall here. I'm not too sure why, but I thought, like, you know what, let's test the limits. I went a little bit nuts. It's pretty fantastic. But yeah, what we're going to do, show you a bit of the UI. They just moved some of this around. So this is basically the same. It's just sort of the overview, let's say, of the town. Oh, it even says it right there, town overview. Don't know why I had a bit of a trouble saying that. Also, there's an inventory system. For some reason, Juniper logs don't show as a graphic. I'm not too sure why that is. But I imagine it's just got a different code or something and it doesn't show up as that graphic for that reason. Blah, blah, blah. But it basically just shows your town's inventory, like entire stockpile of everything that you have that is currently placed on stockpiles and not just stuff that are probably laid out on the background or anything like that. And then your journal as usual. You do get a bit of a bug if you go into a day that doesn't exist, but that doesn't matter as long it doesn't make you crash. Let's see though. This is basically harvest. It's just another way to, well, harvest. Pretty significant there. You can harvest anything with it. You can go over here, harvest some stone in that lot if you really want to. You can harvest these flowers in that lot. You can actually make flower pots and stuff like that as well, which is pretty fantastic. A small little addition there with the items. Let's get the game going. And then also you've got your basic building and design. We'll get to that in a second. Fight and defend is pretty much the same as it was before, but it's just they wanted to create a menu for it. Because I imagine there'll be some significant things that you could do. Most probably be to make guard routes and stuff like that. That's pretty fantastic. Good thing to see. Then you've got your stockpile designations. This one being your normal stockpiles. You just do that, and then it'll show up this sort of little stockpile selection screen here. Pretty fantastic. Get rid of it very easily without any trouble. Got your farms. Same screen comes up, but it's it shows everything rather than it being a very awkward one line kind of thing, which is pretty good to see as well. And then you've got your standard trapping grounds. I'll just place that over there, where it's not too close and around some of the food sources. Yeah, pretty fantastic. Good to see. And then, of course, instead of having two systems for managing citizens, you actually just have one now, which is pretty good. I think I mentioned this before. Makes life a lot easier. What we'll do is we'll make a carpenter. This system is pretty much the same, and, well, other than, of course, what I just saw just then, which was the shepherd. Yep, makes sense. So it's not there, obviously. A lot of these are still denied, but I didn't notice the shepherd before, so that's good to see. What we'll also do is make a hunter. I don't know if the person... seems to be a bit of a problem there with the fog of war. That's a bit interesting. Maybe when it's nighttime they can't fully explore an area. That would be quite interesting. Or only the light source actually does. There's a bit of flickering there. I'm not too sure what that is. That might be... I mean, it's to do with the fog of war, obviously, but it seems to be this little bit of tree there. Oh, is it stopped? No, it's still sort of there whenever I change angle. Looks like this stockpile's actually full. So I'm not too sure if there's any other way of selecting this stockpile when it's full. It's quite awkward. I imagine when I go into stockpiles, there we go. Now we can select the stockpile. So everything becomes sort of transparent, I suppose. Unfortunately, I can't seem to extend this stockpile. I imagine if I put one next to it, it will become part of it. No, it won't become part of it, unfortunately. So what we'll do is we'll just make another one along here and make it of the same resource type. You can significantly change specific resources. So you can just like do this and you will change what's inside of them. And then the things inside of there actually sort of become fully visible because they're not really part of the stockpile. And then they throw them away, which is a pretty good thing to see. They did fix that before. I believe there was a bug that made everything after it being transparent go back to normal, but it didn't go back to normal. Everything just remained transparent when you weren't in your designated zone menu. So that's a good thing to see. Nice little bug fix there. So what else? What else? Well, that's pretty much about it. The trapping zones, I believe, are the same when it comes to the UI. You can pretty much do this. You can always do this. The speeds are the same as well. What they say is pretty much the same. However, what is interesting is, I did mention this before, now you can actually access their character sheet menu from their little designated menu that they have right here when you select them. What you can also do is change their job profession from this menu. This is good. This makes life a lot easier, especially if you want to designate specific people and you don't want to look on this list. It's a little bit awkward. What you can also do is select that. You can change their job as well. Change their job. Pretty great. Good thing to see. I wonder how that really works. I've not done that yet. I'm not too sure if there's a bit of like a round of applause, or maybe they get something like weird when they go off the previous job. I'm not too sure how that works. It does make it easier though for when you want them to exceed. You want them to continue on in their profession. Also, you can now access their character menu from, oh, this is the character sheet, my bad. Yeah, I meant that. I don't know why I clicked on that. I thought it would do this. I guess that's what I had in mind before. But yeah, now you can access their character sheet, which is a pretty good thing to see. Also, they will have more significance in this later on with the professions. I'm looking forward to showing you guys that. We need to make a trapper. There we are. Good thing to see. And they'll go and do their own thing. And in a minute, we'll go and see how the leveling up works and how quite cool it is, because it comes up with notifications now for when they leveled up, and it shows you their buffs, which is pretty good to see. Fog of War still having a little bit of trouble there. I'm not too sure why that is. I do go in and out just to test and that lot. That might be what it is. Also, Fraps might be causing this. I'm not too sure if anyone else is having these problems. Right, so let's go on and check the important thing here, which is the building. So let's go to construction right here. The template system, as I mentioned in the previous video, is here now. And it's really good to see. You start off with some normal templates. I believe these are all the templates that were in the build as well. The guy that was making them on the live stream pretty much made these. So it's pretty good to see. And on the video, which was really cool. I believe, I'm not too sure if it was on the video. It was on the video, but I'm not too sure if they did it on the live stream as well. But I can't remember, a little while now. But yeah, these are all sort of the standard buildings. Pretty much when you click on them, you can rotate them with the arrow keys. Not with the arrow keys, with the full stop. There we are. Fantastic. So it's a pretty cool looking house. Now, we'll leave it. Yep, it's gone now. Fantastic. But it's not. Oh, amazing. So now, everything that you build stays in the background and will just stay there until you pretty much want them to start construction on it, without any problems in the background. What you can also do, which is pretty interesting, is now you can actually change specific parts of the house. So if I want to click on the roof here and I don't want the roof to be this particular color, I can now change it specifically, which is a pretty good thing to see. I like that. You couldn't do that before and it was quite a pain. But this also means that you can specifically change walls to a particular color and have the others remain a similar color. So look, everywhere but the front there is white. That's actually really cool looking. Maybe we can make the back stone. Stone now is a resource, so that's interesting. I like the back being stone. It looks kind of different. But I like the front there. It looks really cool. What we could do is make this bit here. Ooh, bit awkward selecting that one, but it still works. All this side as well. I think the top here might also need selecting. But there you are. Now the front is white, and the remaining parts are wood. Apart from the back, which is stone. Stone is a resource, though, so you want to be careful there. You don't find it too much at the moment. And they will require stone to make that. So for now, we'll just make that of normal wood. Looks alright. So yeah, that's pretty good to see. What you can also do, if we just go out of this menu here, is now you can place items inside of the building designer menu if you have them. I believe it doesn't work unless you have the items other than doors and that lot. So if you go to the place furniture, at the moment I can only place this plant because it's what I have in my creation, in my inventory at the moment. It's placed on a stockpile or outside. It might actually be outside, I'm not too sure. But it's something that they can actually use to be placed in furniture. Obviously you've got your search menu as well, which is pretty good to see, and it fully works by the looks of it. So yeah, pretty fantastic. I don't know if I can move these around. No, doesn't look like it. Also, any changes you do can be undone. Go right here. I'm not sure what my last change was, but we'll find something else that happens. Well, apparently not. Apparently that doesn't work. I guess it's only specific changes, like adding this block or something like that. If we went to add a slab, do that, and then just undo it. Yep. Adding slabs is cool as well. You can have like sort of small little add-ons to your house that make it look a little bit more interesting. Just sort of add bits and pieces to it. I still don't like that you can't build around like that, but oh well, I guess that's just for the scaffolding's sake. It does limit you a little bit though. So that looks pretty cool. I kind of want all the corners to be fully squared off actually, so I'm going to do that. Oh, there we go. We have a level 1 trapper now. Going to be all over the place at the moment because that's sort of what you have to be right now. We'll leave. Actually, we'll get them to build this. I like that. So, yep, we're going to start building. I'm not sure if I showed you everything there, but that's basically it. We'll show you I'll show you an actual building and construction. Also, we'll pause this right now because we want to check the trapper notification. They have now built floors in actual floors, and not just like one block up. They're now built in the floor. It's pretty fantastic to see. Doors now make sense. They don't go up one level. That's pretty great. I mean, people have been nagging at that for a little while now. But this is all because of their mining mechanic that they are trying to work in. And I imagine this is just sort of a little show-off. Well, also it was something that we wanted to get done. But it was also a proof of concept. I'm looking forward to the mining, though. I can see that being a really cool feature. Having a little door here, or maybe a little mine shaft. I'm not just sure how they're going to make mine shafts work. But I imagine it would be pretty neat if they just sort of built up over time. That'd be a pretty cool, like, just randomly a stick would come out in the middle of the mine shaft to make it stable, as it were. Not just sure how that would really work, but pretty cool. Good thing to see. Right, so let's go over to this trapper here. We'll see that he is now level 1. Now, you can see a health bonus, and this I imagine will correspond with other attribute bonuses in the future updates of Stonehearth. But also, they have a speed bonus now because their specific role is trapper, which means they get a specific speed bonus. Now, if we go to their character sheet, we can see the speed bonus being in action. What we can also do is we can go to their job abilities, and we can see their progression role and what they will gain at certain levels. So at level 2, they will gain the ability to charm pets, basically, and have them as, well, charm animals and have them turn into pets. Pretty good to see. I've not seen that yet, so I'm looking forward to it. I have to apologise if you can hear Merv. He is a bit rowdy right now. I'm not sure why. Efficient cuts. Long practice helps the trapper salvage more from each animal. It's pretty good to see, and this one is an inventory size bonus. I'm not too sure how their inventory works right now, whether they only have one space in the inventory or several spaces. I can't see anything for their inventory right now, so I imagine that's something they can do in the future. Equipment, that's always been in here. You can change their equipment if you create certain ones with the tailor. So that's good to see. That's how leveling up works. I like how it gives you a little notification, but once again, there is a bit out of nowhere, and I imagine as soon as you get a lot of people, notifications are going to be popping up all over the place. You'd probably want to have the notifications, maybe at first, come up like this, but maybe after an hour of play, they just start notifying you via the chat log, which I might add should still have a square around it that you can change the transparency of in the option menu. It would be pretty nice to see. As I was saying this, we should probably see the building take place. They're close enough, so they should be able to get this building done by the time I finish showing you a building design. Also, ladders as well. They can be put up trees, and they look pretty cool as well. You can actually customize them fairly well. Well, customize, you know, goes up or down as a ladder. But you can do this now, whereas like before, I don't think you could do that because it didn't work. Also, they can build ladders going down as well, which is pretty good to see. So what we'll do is we'll create a building. We'll create something very simple. Actually, this is a good point. Before, I'm not too sure if it saved my other building that I created. I created sort of a town hall kind of thing. Yeah, town hall. So it saved my town hall from my previous episode. So that's pretty fantastic. Well, my previous... I'm trying to get space for it. It's really hard. Not exactly the best looking thing in the world, I know. But I was planning to put a bell tower on top as a second installation. But then the game crashed, so I couldn't finish it. That's why it says base in brackets on town hall. Because I wanted to make town hall bell tower as the next current build. Which I could place on top of that building. Would have been pretty great. But that's not something we're going to do right now. But it looks good. You can also make double doors for them now, which is pretty cool to see. There we are. The back bit's a bit ugly. But as I said before, work in progress. Fantastic. That's them building the house right there. Right. So let's build a house of our own. These little pop-up notifications seem to go all over the place. It's a bit strange. This looks like some sort of stone floor. So what do we do? We could, in fact, make a wall. So we'll remove this building. We can't make a tower because we can't make buildings tall enough. At least I don't believe, I don't think so. If we can use the arrow keys on slabs, does that change anything? Doesn't look like it. Right, so if we go to make a floor here, just make a standard size house, 8x8. I don't want to make anything fancy right now because I'll be here all day if I do. Oh, these error messages seem to be appearing quite oftenly. There we are. Make a door here. Oh, it's a bit off center, but we'll that'll be fine. Also, it doesn't look like you can build windows. Yeah, windows on the second voxel height anymore. For some reason, my mind just died a little bit there. But yeah, it looks like you can't build it on the second block down anymore. Now you can only build it sort of in the middle of the building. You can go up though, which is pretty good to see, but not anywhere around the outline of it or two below it. So that's interesting. I can't explain that. I do apologize. The words are not coming to me, so at the moment my mind is sort of all over the place. But we'll just make a door there, a window there, window there, window there. Fantastic. Probably run around a little bit, make some flower pots and stuff like that. We'll get the carpenter to do something like that. Now the carpenter can level up as well. So if we go to, well, we'll set a stockpile for the carpenter first. Set that off. There we are. So we do need windows. So right now, what we'll do, doors and windows. There we are. I'm not sure how many we will need, but we'll make like 10. I feel like that's a good amount. Can't make any carpentry tools at the moment. We can, however, at level 1, unlock the Weaver's Spindle. And that will allow us to make sort of like these cloth. It will allow us to make cloth, like bolts of cloth. And we'll sell them in the auction house and it'll be fantastic. We'll make some of these as well. We'll make 2 of them. I like the idea of that. And this house is already constructed. They do build them very quickly now. Is this a second floor? It looks like we may have a... No, it's not. Okay, I'm just going a little bit mad there. It looks like they've ignored this there, which... Oh, wait, no. It looks like it's still going for it. Or they're getting rid of those. I'm not too sure. Hopefully they don't... Oh! They're level 1 carpenter. Fantastic. So they don't get any special, like, oh, make things 10% faster or something like that, which would be pretty cool, but that might be in the attribute skill bonuses, I'm not too sure. However, now they can build certain kinds of furniture, well, the carpenter can. This is pretty good, but only this carpenter can, I believe. Any other person that tries to make specific things will just fail to make it because, well, they won't be allowed to. So what we'll do is we'll make 2 of these beds. Unfortunately, that system is still in there. Hopefully they change that in future. If they will, I'm not too sure. It seems like they're not placing the doors or anything in here. I wonder if this is still available. They may be just waiting for everything to be put in place first. But let's go to the build menu. Select it. Yeah, I imagine they're just waiting to put everything down. And all of these seem to be separate buildings. Let's just click to build them. That's interesting. I wonder why they're all separate. We could still get it done, though. They could still do them very easily. There we are. It looks quite interesting. There we are. I like it. I mean, maybe if we made it a different shade, because it looks a bit too bold at the moment. But other than that, I think it looks pretty cool. Maybe stone. That would have been a much better idea. Unfortunately, we can't go back on it. And I don't think we can mine it either. I don't think we can. Doesn't look like it. I'm not sure how to get rid of it myself anyway. These look really weird. What's going on there? So these are fox pelts. I have not seen these before. I don't remember them being a thing, so it looks like now we can get pelts. And I imagine the tailor can do something with that. Or maybe a level worker. I imagine that might be a new class that I have not looked at yet. But they're not building anything right now. So what we'll do is we'll get the carpenter to build more stuff. Oh, he stopped making things. I imagine he needs specific flowers for that. So what we'll do is we'll just throw that away. So that's unfortunate. It looks like if the carpenter doesn't have specific materials to make something, they just won't make anything at all. Bit unfortunate, but oh well. We'll make some beds, because the beds do need to be done inside. Oh, a fire's been lit. And it's time for them to all kick back and relax. But yeah, the template system, if I'll just show you right here. We'll just finish this off very quickly. There we are. Put a house right here. Make it absurdly tall. Or maybe we'll just make it flat. It looks weird. I'm not too sure. That looks kind of weird. That looks cool. It looks like a slum. Very interesting. We can also put... I wonder if we could put a door up there. No. Oh, well. Yeah, we can also put that up there, which is pretty cool looking. And if we go to furniture, as you can see, they've got categories, which is pretty awesome. These aren't categorized for some reason. I'm not too sure why that's the case. But, oh, wow. It looks like I can just place this anywhere. That's really weird. Let's put a door right there. I wonder... Very, very interesting. And then we'll put a flower pot. Oh, flower pot right there. Oh, that looks awesome. I like that. You can put it anywhere you want as well. Put some flower pots around. Ooh, I like it. I like how the style of it makes it look like it's attached to the window. I like that. But obviously you can put them anywhere. Put one down there. Looks a bit strange. It looks like they're meant to be attached to the windows anyway. But I wonder if you can put them above as well. Doesn't look like it. But you can go a little bit mental with it. Obviously we can undo that. Seems to be only so much things we can undo. Looks like the guy has got charm pet now. So that's pretty good to see. We'll see if we can get any pets. This is looking pretty fantastic. Quite snazzy. But as you can see, this wonderful addition to the... I wonder how I get rid of these. Do I click ESC? Yeah, still needs to be an easier option to get rid of them. At least something that's, you know, idiot-proof for people like myself. I can't see anything. I keep clicking ESC. But there we are. The house is still there and everything is fine. Looks like a weird chimney. I'm not too sure what's going on there. What we'll do, though, is we'll save that. And we'll save it as a door house. Fantastic. There we are. And we'll just leave it. There we go. Now, if we go into our menu here, door house should already be in there. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't come up yet what you have. It looks like they only have a set amount of images. I imagine later on they'll fix it so that whatever you're looking for will appear on the image to the right of where my cursor is. But at the moment, door house still appears as door house. That's a pretty good thing to see. That really does look like a chimney now that I think about it. Like, if you don't pay attention to the fact that it's a door, it just looks like a chimney. But there you are. I can make a bunch of these houses. Pretty cool thing to see. Get them to build all of them. I wonder if they will build all of them without any problems. I've not actually tested this yet. So I wonder if they start having sort of weird nitpicky problems right there. What we'll do, though, is we will create more doors. 3 of them. So we do need to get some levels up. We'll probably make a few of these park benches as well. It's pretty good to see. Can't make any of these comfy beds just yet. But what we'll do, or what we'll also do, is we will make a bolt of cloth. And we'll get these guys to harvest some of this flax. Also, we need more food, I think. Oh, no, we don't. But we'll get them to collect more food anyway. Screw it. I think this is flax. Well, silkweed, but close enough. Maybe. Maybe. I'm not too sure. And yeah, it looks like they can build all of these houses at the same time. In fact, they distribute the efforts of each villager. It looks like they might be assigned, or they just sort of build whatever they're closest to. It looks like they're just sort of swapping roles. It's pretty great, though. They're building everything at the same time. And there doesn't seem to be too much conflictions. Obviously, they are changing their role every now and then to build a different house out of nowhere. But they are still building it. And I like how they build these foundations quickly as well first before they do anything else. And the floors. It's pretty good to see. Don't know why that was really hard for me to say there. What else do we need? Oh, it's taking me a little while to build stuff. There we are. It looks like he actually helped building for a little while. I'm not too sure. Gonna get some more wood. Move it down there. We won't want a mini wood pile now that I think about it right next to him so he doesn't have to go left and right. Just a small one. Put wood there. I like that. Save them a little bit of effort. What's this? Level 2. Oh, nice. So, collaborative insight. It's really hard for me to say. But pretty much just improves his ability to make stuff. So now he can make cloth equipment. Which is pretty good to see. There we are. We just need some bolts of cloth and then we'll be able to deal with that. Eating right now, however. It is feeding time. And these houses are looking pretty good. I like it. I think these houses are a good size anyway. Like, for a normal house, one person can live in each one of these. And they're building it very quickly, which is always good to see. And they all feel great as well. Well, they should. Well, shelter's not looking too good. And this system does work. Net wealth, I'm not too sure where to relate that to. But I imagine later on, when you start to have more interactions with the world and other towns that are possible, that will become more of a late game sort of thing to worry about. Well, more of a thing to worry about in the later stages of development. Excuse me. Looking good though. I think they added a new piece of music as well. Something sounded different before. I don't play this all the time, and you know, there's things I might miss. I'm not too sure. I try and keep up with the forum as much as possible though. Yeah, fantastic. It's good to see though. There's always these big updates like, well, Alpha 5 and 6. And they're always, like, very significant. And they always pay attention to one particular aspect and just improve upon others that they've done. It's always fantastic. It's not like small little bits when it comes to these updates. They're always, like, sort of big, and they definitely show concepts, and they're showing off things that they've been doing. Very active, the developers of this game. They do pay attention to their community as well. It's pretty fantastic. Good thing to see. It's pretty cool. I like it. I think later on, I'm probably going to make an extended video on this. Probably talk a little bit more about what this could mean. I'd like to do those kind of talks later on down the line. Probably a week. See how it goes. They might sort of move things around, not too sure. What we will do is we'll change you, miss, into a weaver. Because I haven't seen if the weaver has any differences yet. There we are. We'll make your workbench right here. Do we want to make it right there? Or do we want to make it inside this house? I like to make the weavers in something, so... Oh! My bad. I clicked R to rotate then. I'm too used to timber and stone. There we are. We'll move that there. What we'll do... I wonder if we can create zones inside houses. I'm not too sure if we could do that before. And it looks like we can now. And then what we'll do is we'll just have plants. Is it plants or is it silkweed and that lot? Well, it's silkweed, but I'm not too sure if that's... I imagine that's designated as plants, so I'm not going to worry about that too much. And we'll put another one there, and we'll also designate that as plants. Pretty cool to see. Sounds like a weird selling thing there. Yep, there's a funny sound. There we are. We can make a bundle of leather, which is pretty good to see. It's a spool of thread. Very nice. Some cool flags. Some pretty curtains. Got some rugs here. I don't remember rugs. So that's pretty good to see. These rugs look fantastic. I'm looking forward to using those. Wall-mounted tapestry. And toys. I don't remember toys. That's awesome. And then you've got your clothing as well. Your thick leather vest. Upgraded worker's outfit. Which does increase their attributes. Then padded vest. So what we'll do is we'll make some bolts of cloth. Make like 10 of them. There we are. Good thing to see. See how fast they work on that. Looks like these houses are nearly done. Well, nearly. They need to get the roofs done. And there we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. They've put in the chimney on 2 of those. I think we need one more door. I'm not too sure. We'll make more doors. I feel like we need some more doors. I said Mordor then. I mean, fantastic. It was a complete accident. Don't get me wrong. What do we want? Some tables. Get 4 of those tables. Get like 2 dining. I mean, we're not going to make the grand tour because we won't have time. There we are. But we'll get some few tables in there. Pretty good to see. I'm not too sure if that improves efficiency when they eat stuff. But hopefully that does. That'd be pretty great. As I have checked before, farming is not really any different other than them having a new menu when it comes to... Like, it's new in that you don't have to scroll down ridiculously to look for particular kinds of stuff to grow. So, it's not that bad. It's alright. It's pretty cool. These chimneys are looking a bit weird. I like how in the build menu... Oh, well, not in the build menu, but it looks like in the designation zone menu you can also see the houses and what's left to build. They are very easily highlighted. You can notice which parts are already there and which parts are not because of the transparency. It's pretty good. I like that. Also, they have experience bars. So if we look at the carpenter right here, you can see his experience. And he just got a little bit of experience there. You just saw it. About 20 experience. We're about to see him do something else. There we are. Also, bolts of cloth. We'll have that outside. Like right here. Where would we find a thread of cloth? Yeah, and we'll probably have like leather along here. Probably longer. There we are. Have all the leather around here. Do this just so we can see what's going on. Are you making the cloth just yet? Nope, you're still not doing it. I imagine it might be because they're inside. Also, I think we left some of this silk stuff. Yeah, silkweed is for some reason not being gathered right now. It might be because it's too far away. I'm not too sure how it works myself. Oh, wait, no. I don't think we have any inventory space for it. That might be it. I'm pretty sure we do, though. Yeah, we are accepting it. I might be overlooking something, though. Looking forward to seeing gold and some gems and trophies. Trophies are pretty interesting. We've also got some tasty beverages. Always nice to see. Some armors, some exotic gear. I like the idea of exotic gear. Get some loot drops. That's awesome. And then torches and lights. And we've seen torches and lights. They sort of work the same as this light source right here, but they don't have the flame effect. Instead, they just sort of have an interesting siren glow. Which is pretty good to see. Siren glow. What does that mean? It's not a siren glow. It's more of a... more like a lighthouse, but it's not spinning. It just sort of shimmers for a while and then stops, shimmers for a while, that kind of thing. But the light in the actual game is always being emitted. The effect is that, though. That of a flashlight being turned on and off, sort of very smoothly. I could just show you it. No, but that would, you know, why don't we? That is a good point. Make a wall-mounted light. We'll get the carpenter to get his work done there. Also, these berry bushes. I'm not too sure if they're going to have an expiry date on them. Like, also, seasons. I didn't think about that. I imagine in seasons, when the season come along, farming and gathering berries, it'll probably take longer. Or it might have a don't starve aspect to it, like where they just don't grow at all and they die. They'll probably stay there until the summer and then they'll come back again. Or maybe they're spread around, I'm not too sure. Also, I'd like it if the bushes were a little bit more spread out. Because having them all like this is a bit weird. I'm not too sure. It would look cool, like just having a few berry bushes scattered around the forests instead of it being... Excuse me. Instead of it being sort of in this set location. But obviously, you know, they're working on that. It's taken a little while for them to get all these buildings done, but they are sort of a work in progress, and they do take a little while. Having extended times free speed would be pretty fantastic for a later date. But at the moment, it's about stability. I imagine there's going to be stability problems if they do have to go at a further speed. I'm not too sure. It's something that you have to think about. And also, you can't go too fast. Like, 3 times is probably a good amount. At least for my... what's the word I'm looking for here? I'm sure it was... I'm sure it's something. I don't have to worry about it right now. But as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, Stonehearth, Alpha 6, release at 156. Coming with improvements, including building templates. Standard building improvements. Building templates is a fantastic addition, I might add. I'm definitely looking forward to further designs there. In fact, you can still edit a template as well. If we get this template out, we get one that's not made by us. Spin it around. And we can still edit it. See, we can still do what we want. I don't know why edit is just sort of... It shows you the building costs as well, which is pretty great to see. I don't think the building costs, I might add, are... Like, for wood, that's wrong. Like, I don't think that's right at all, to be honest with you. It looks like they use significantly more wood. But I could be wrong. I think the carpenter might actually be using most of the wood. If that's the case, it needs to cost a bit more, to be honest with you. It doesn't cost a lot at all. We haven't been attacked yet. I am playing on normal. I think I'm playing on normal. Oh, just escape there. Wascally, little guy. Fantastic. We'll remove that, though, because we don't need that. Oh, no, keep it there. I usually work on the other side there. Cottage for 2 is what we just made there. Look at this. It's fantastic. I am looking forward to possible chimneys and sort of items that do have an effect on them, mostly for aesthetics, more than any other reason. But I imagine maybe a blacksmith's has some sort of item that emits a dust effect or something like that. Smoke effect, or even. That's pretty fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. You've been watching me, the Innkeeper. Check out Alpha 6, release 156 of Stonehearth. Looking very nice. Looking very, very good. Fantastic. I'm looking forward to further developments. Subscribe if you want to check out more Stonehearth or any other sort of building-related games. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter for updates on my channel. Thank you very much for watching. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.